Happy 4th to those who celebrate. It's the 4th of July. I'm wearing my little the only American shirt that I own, actually. This little Schroeder and Snoopy and Woodstock 4th of July shirt. Very fun, very exciting. So, FYI, because it's the 4th of July, there might be some fireworks going on outside. So if you hear any of those during the recording, just ignore it. Oh, there's one. Right on cue. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but there it is. Today, I'm checking out a request from Max, aka Maxor, and this is Ne Obliviscaris, Portal of Eye. I've heard 2 of their songs. One of them was... what was it? Something about ice. Yeah, As Icicles Fall, off of this album. So I've heard that on stream, and then another one that was like Garm or something, or Grum, or Goopy, or I don't know. But one of those things. You guys will know if you know the band. So, guys, it is 5:30 p.m. It is still, the sun is not going to go down for another 3 hours. Can we chill with the fireworks? No. This is America, baby. People don't care. They put their fireworks out anytime. Throw them out all day. I was hearing them a week ago. All right. I really liked what I heard from them. I think it was amazing. And I'm excited to hear more because I don't really remember much of exactly like how... There's another one. I don't really remember exactly how the songs went. I just remember it was really cool. It was like a really cool blend of like some orchestral stuff and with like black metal, and like it was just really, really sick. And I'm excited to hear more and finally check out a full album from them. So thanks to Max for recommending this, requesting it on my through my Patreon. If you would like to check out my Patreon and request an album or a song, or an album and a song and a movie with that highest tier, as good old Mark does, Pig Vomit, then go ahead and check that out if that's something that interests you. Anyways, let's get into this. This is Ne Obliviscaris, which is Latin for do not forget. I definitely remember that from my time learning Latin, and definitely did not have to look that up. Definitely remember. Okay, let's check this out. Tapestry of the Starless Abstract. This came out in 2012. Crisp sprite today. Stop! 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 What's going on with my keyboard? We're taking this back, but what in the world? What happened? Embers, you good? Is my keyboard good? No, it's not! No, it's not! Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to unplug my keyboard then. Jeez. What in the world was that? What was that? I must have done something that does like an arpeggiated feature or something like that. I have no clue what I hit. I don't know what half the buttons on this thing do even. Okay, fingers crossed that this doesn't happen again. Come on. Okay. I'm not pressing that. Okay, well, at least that's functional. Let me just do this. There we go. Now the colors match. All right, we're back. Sorry about that disastrous opening. I don't know what happened there, but something was weird. All right, let's take this back. So as I was trying to play in a little E minor here, let's start over. That's pretty sick. Those are some weird sounds. Ooh, some cleans in my right ear. Ooh! I love that guitar part in the background. This is beautiful. I love this so far. Woo! There's the violin. There it is. Man, the violin is the best part about this band. From the 2 songs that I've heard. Really cool intro so far. Oh, this is crazy good. Where are these guys from? Australia, I think. Already, there's so much dynamic contrast. This kind of stuff makes an album fly by. Like, the album's like, what, an hour 11? Yeah, hour 11. This kind of stuff makes it really feel like it earns its runtime. Like, if you have an album that's over an hour long, I feel like it's got to be really good. And stuff like this makes it really easy to digest an album like that, where it's got some really nice ebb and flow between different feeling sections. Like that more black metal first section, you bring in some strings, you bring in some cleans, you drop out, you have this part. Like, we're 6 minutes into the song already, and it felt like it literally just started. That's a really good sign for the album already. The violin. Yeah, that felt like 2 separate songs, and like this is like the 3rd song or something. Violin! Ooh! Beautiful. The mix is great too. I love hearing things in different ears, and like there's different stuff happening. Like there's some cleans here, and the strings are over here, and like it's so cool. Great start to the album so far. This is amazing. Let's just keep it running. I like this slower part. Ooh, some bass. Very atmospheric. There's the violin. Been waiting for more of that. This whole section's been so beautiful. Abrupt cut off. Okay. This is pretty cool. I wasn't too sure about the first half of that song, but the last half sold me. I hope this is a thing throughout the album where the songs kind of have like heavy part, chill part, heavy part, because that's a lot of fun. I really like that. There's one thing that I'm not big on, and it's kind of the same reason that I don't like Kardashev Liminal Right, and it's the drumming. I like when the chill sections happen, and I like during the other sections when the drumming is doing more interesting things. But a lot of the time, if it's just like 30-second kicks, I kind of zone out, and I don't like that drumming. It gets boring, and I'm not a fan of music like that. And that's like almost all of Liminal Right. And it's kind of the same thing with like the first half of this song, and like some of it towards the end. Now it had those beautiful melodies and stuff that it carried over from the section in the middle that was really good. But sorry, but just like that kind of stuff, I'm not the biggest fan of. So if there's anything that's going to bring the album down a bit for me, it's that. But musically, and like the rest of the music, like the chords and the little clean melodies here and there, and like the boom 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 boom, whatever, that little part there, that was great. I like a lot of it, so that's good. Let's keep it running. How many tracks are on here? Actually, I didn't check. I don't know. All right, cool. 7 slightly longer tracks. I mean, there's 4 of the 7 that are over 10 minutes and 2 that are almost 10 minutes. So we're on to the shortest track of the Leopard Butterflies, which is the next one. And then, oh look, Forget Not. There's basically a band title track right there. and then the 3 ending tracks. Let's keep going. Bass. Doing a little pizzicato on the violin, I hear. Ooh, a little solo. That's cool. Oh, I love that violin. Nice. Weird short track. Almost 6-minute track being a short track is kind of funny. Band title track, basically. Let's hear this. Already peak with those chords. Woo! Play them chords, boy. This is so beautiful. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, nice. This is an incredible song intro. Amazing. Oh. They're just giving me these major 7 chords to make me happy. They know that I love major 7 chords, and they're just giving them to me. Love it. Ooh, man, the violin is insane. Young. I love this section. They said the thing! Oh! That was a pretty great self-titled track right there. That's how you write a song that's like, you know, because you find a song that's basically the name of the band. It's gotta be good. And I'm gonna listen to that Rivers of Nile album pretty soon because it has a song called Rivers of Nile. So they have a self-titled song on a self-titled album. I'm gonna listen to that at some point this month, pretty soon. But when you have a song that is the band's name, it's gotta be like, this is what the band is. Like, this is a great representation of like what the band is, what they can do, what their whole thing is. And I think that was a really, really good representation of the band as a whole. I still don't really like the sections where the drums just keep doing like it's hard to talk about because I really love a lot of the instrumentation going on, but then the drums just kind of bring it down a little bit for me. Not enough for me to hate it, but just enough for me to be like, man, the drums are so boring at this part. Like they're just, and I know that's a style and it's not for lack of creativity or anything. I know like that's the style of like this kind of black metal kind of influenced thing. I just don't really like it. It is what it is. Is what it is. All right. 3 tracks left? Yeah, 3 tracks left. And Plague Flowers the Kaleidoscope. Starting a song with a song title with Power Move. You didn't hear that because my mic was muted, but that felt like oh my goodness. These fireworks are feeling like the whole house is shaking, basically. It's not even dark out, bro. It's 6 p.m. It's not even, look, the window's open. The sun is shining. I should do more videos with the window open. Just checking for any ants or things in there. How does this look? Is it too bright? There's so much green out there, dude. There's so much. It's like all trees. What do you think? I think it's too bright. That's kind of a vibe. Maybe. I'll try this. It's lighting up this so much, it looks like I'm like really going bald. Peak song, by the way. Music's great. Nah, I'm gonna shut this. It's too bright, I think. It's hard to sync the lyrics when there's 2 vocalists and they're singing different things and you're like skipping through like... Like this section, like the chord progression is pretty cool, the solo's cool, but like the repetition in the drums, just not a fan. And I could get used to it as I listen to it more, but first listen, like that's the only thing that is bringing this down for me. Like sections when the drums don't do that are great. Ooh! Oh, this is fire. Milk that groove. Woo! These cleans are amazing. We got 2 tracks left, As Icicles Fall and of Petrichor Weave's Black Noise. This is one of the songs that I heard on stream, and I have no recollection of hearing it or how it goes. So we'll see what I think now. In league with the cycle of life, feel the change. Beautiful melodies. I love this. This is melodically the best song on the album so far. Veins of our prelude. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. VRIs. This is the kind of stuff I love. This is amazing. Are we speeding up? Play that solo. That one started off really strong and it got a little boring around the halfway mark, and then like the last half of it was a little bland. It was kind of just repeating the same two things over and over again. It was playing like just those two chords for 6 minutes straight. There was some cool stuff happening around it, but again, it's like that and the drumming just made me zone out a little bit. Last track, let's finish this. Fireworks are going off again. What are we doing, lyrics? What are we doing? What happened to the first chunk of lyrics? Where are those? Okay. Violin. I'm gonna unmute a bit so you can hear these fireworks going off. This is crazy. Of course, now they stop. This section's great. I love this. More of this. There's one. You heard that? Ooh. Those harmony layers, dude. Oh. Beautiful outro here. Love that outro. Overall, I think there's a lot of good stuff in this album. The only issue is this album is in a genre that I don't really like. That's the issue. Me is the issue. I'm the problem. So, let me kind of go through it and kind of explain some of my thought process for all of this. I really love all of the clean stuff and the violins and the chord work and the atmosphere and those beautiful slower sections too, like there at the end or the beginning of the Icicle one, As Icicles Fall, or like the very beginning, the first couple songs that had like little chill sections in the middle. That stuff was incredible. And I loved all of that. And that was kind of the best stuff of the album. The first half of As Icicles Fall is the best part of the album for me. Incredible stuff there. The vocal melodies, the violin, all of that is great. Even when the drums start coming in, I still didn't mind that part. When the drums started doing like the 30-second kicks just going with those beautiful vocals over it, I didn't mind that as much. But then the last half of that song just kind of fell off for me. I'm very conflicted because of all this. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I love, and there's a lot of stuff that's worth coming back to. But on a first listen, there's also a lot of stuff that I was just kind of like, this is long, as I listened to it. And I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on it. But it's definitely worth coming back to, and I'll definitely listen to it again. The problem is, again, that I just don't like this genre as a whole. And just in general, I don't usually like stuff that takes its time too much. Another good example of that is Leprosophelion. With that album, at least, I've only heard it once. I haven't gone back to it because I haven't really wanted to. But with that album, I was kind of bored because there was a lot of like repeating the same stuff, and maybe it would build on it a little bit, but like it was mostly just the same kind of thing. And this is the same thing as well, where it would have like extended like 4 or 5 minute sections of just 2 chords and 30-second kicks, and I don't know, maybe the violin plays over it, or they do some like long screams, and they have like the screams and the cleans and going back and forth, or that kind of thing. And I was kind of zoning out for a lot of those sections, and that's the kind of stuff that I don't really like. Another example is Bolero. If you know the classical piece Bolero, that is a song where it is very, very repetitive. It's like 15 minutes long, and people are like, oh, it's so genius, and it's got, oh, listen to these layers, watch as the layers build throughout the song, and then they fall away by the end. And it's like, yeah, but I'm asleep by minute 3. So what's the good of that? Like, what? I don't like Bolero. It's like one of, like a very, I guess, what's the word? Like conflicting, controversial song in the classical musical training sphere, where some people love it and some people think it's really boring. I had a music teacher in college who thought it was supremely boring and did not like it at all. And I kind of get a lot of my music taste, or like a lot of my musical opinions from him, not from him, but he kind of articulated what I was kind of always feeling. So I learned how to articulate some things from him, and I credit a lot of who I am today as a musician and a teacher and all that to him. But that's kind of the stuff that I don't really like as much, and there's a lot of that in here. But I think, again, you know, first listens are a little weird. This album's 13 years old. I think if I heard this a while ago, like 6-7 years ago, you showed this to me, I would eat this up. But also I think it's something that kind of grows on you with time. And I could like this more with time, and I think I will. But another thing that I want to compare this to, and I'm only comparing this, maybe it's a bit of an unfair comparison because the album that I'm going to compare this to came out this year, but I'm going to compare this to Kardashev Alunea, which is one of my favorite albums that came out this year, kind of in the same genre. They do a lot of this kind of stuff. Kardashev has the beautiful vocals, another firework, beautiful vocals, over like these blast beaty and like 30-second kick type things, but Alunea switches it up in a way that I haven't heard them do before, and I really, really loved it. Like Liminal Right, mid. The Almanac, mid. Those are the two other albums I heard from them. Kardashev Alunea is peak. That is amazing. That, like, Alunea is a great album, and that's a great example of taking something in this genre and making it something that I like, and making it interesting throughout, where it doesn't overstay its welcome too much. That album is great. That's one of my favorite albums of this year. There's so many memorable melodic moments in there. There's so many like big scream parts that are just incredible. Like a lot of the vocals in that are insane, and a lot of the instrumentals in that too are really interesting throughout the song, and they're constantly switching up. And when they do the 30-second kicks, it doesn't last for 4 minutes straight, and it's just something that I find super interesting in music. And then this kind of stuff I don't quite vibe with as much, and obviously there's people out there that love this, but for me, my music tastes lie primarily elsewhere. But it's still not a bad album, and it still goes hard. Goes hard. There you go. That's my ranking. Give it some room to grow. I think I could like it more, could move up to banger tier in the future. But for right now, that's where I'm going to put it. I still think it's decent. It's not a bad album. I just don't like the genre. All right. Those are my thoughts. Thank you again to Max for requesting this album through the Patreon tier. I remember a while ago, he was saying you couldn't get Patreon in Russia, so he probably popped a VPN and got something working. I don't know. Or maybe Russia allows Patreon now. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for this, Max. I really enjoyed it. And thanks to everybody else for watching this video and supporting me. All right, I'm gonna go eat some burgers and hot dogs and watch fireworks and celebrate America's birthday. See you later. Happy 4th of July. Goodbye.